Hello, everyone. Welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 37, excuse me, for November 5th, 2023. Excuse me for a second. As you can hear, I'm still getting over my cold. We missed last week's episode. That's why this is the Halloween makeup episode. This part, we're going to begin with Q&A from members, and then we're going to jump back into more videos for the rest of the show for the next hour. If you guys like this show, please become a member today. That's the main way you can support this channel. And you'll be the people who can nominate videos for next week's show. Apologies that we missed a show in between because I was so sick. But we're going to get back on track next week. And next week, no Halloween horror. Instead, it'll be shopping. It'll be American Thanksgiving with food and fun. It'll be holiday festivities. All kinds of fun stuff that you guys will be nominating for next week's show, okay? But in the meantime, let's get to your questions. Here we go. Do you get trick-or-treaters coming by your house on Halloween? No. I live in a private community, and there is no foot traffic here. You cannot just walk onto this. It's not a public road, and therefore there's no trick-or-treating here. Did you ever buy candy or chocolate on Halloween for yourself? No, don't think so. When I was a kid, I always got it free, and when I was an adult, I don't usually buy that kind of stuff. Do you ever buy Jasper Halloween play toys? Yes, we have gotten Jasper some Halloween-themed toys before. One of them was a big spider he liked with dangly legs. If you didn't stream on Halloween every year, what would you do on Halloween? Well, let's see. This year, I was completely sick, in bed all day sleeping, because my head pressure was so bad I couldn't think straight. But if I weren't streaming on Halloween, I'd probably still do content, right? Of some sort, just offline content. If I wasn't a streamer at all, then I'd probably be doing my normal job, whatever it is, because you don't usually get the day off for Halloween. There you go. Did you ever watch the show Full House? Yes, I used to watch the show Full House with my family. It was one of the TGIF sitcoms that I watched all the time back in the day. What's the worst piece of advice you've ever received? What's the worst piece of advice I ever received? I would say there were two pieces of advice that if I had followed them, probably would have been completely disastrous for me in my life. The first was never to take a risk. That basically, when I was younger, every dollar I made should have been saved and wisely spent. That the time that I spent traveling to play competitive Street Fighter, the money I sank into it was a waste of time, and therefore I should have been more responsible. The truth is, those years when I was younger and I was traveling and I was playing Street Fighter, as much as you could say today, well, Phil, you're not a competitive Street Fighter player, they were a waste. That's a value that you can assign today, and I would say that's correct. You could say, end game, does it matter today in 2023 that I was a competitive Street Fighter player in my early 20s? No. But those were the years when I was learning all about different cultures. I was learning about different kinds of people all around the globe. I was learning to be an outgoing person. I was learning to be brave and courageous. Rather than being an introvert like I had been a lot of my life, competitive Street Fighter allowed me to become more of an extrovert. And in a lot of ways, they gave me the confidence to do things in front of a crowd that I'd never done before. Play Street Fighter in front of an arcade of people. Play it in front of a tournament of 100 people. Play it at EVO in front of 1,000 people, right? And if I never did those things, perhaps today I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I wouldn't be able to sit in front of you every day on a stream and talk and have people watch my content and enjoy it all over the world, right? Instead, I would be like, nah, afraid. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to step back, don't have the confidence to do that. Now I have the confidence to do it. So if I just stayed a reserved person who didn't take chances, who didn't spend money and just saved, and I never traveled and I never took risks and I never tried to be good at Street Fighter competitively, probably would have been terrible for me in my long run of my life. So I'm glad that I took the risks that I did in a lot of ways when I was younger. Now, the other piece of advice was don't ever take YouTube seriously. Don't ever try to do this as a job. Don't ever put all your eggs into that content creation basket. It'll never pan out. It'll never work. It's just something that's frivolous or flash in the pan, and it's not going to work for you long term. And the truth is, my YouTube job, career, whatever you want to call it, a content creator, a content curator, an internet gamer, whatever it is, right, is not only the longest running job I've had, it's actually the most stable. If you take a look at, I've been doing this as a job since early 2011. So that's over 12, almost now 13 years that I've been doing this for a living. And not a single job in my life has ever lasted me that long. I've never had the ability to be the master of my own life, my own destiny, my own schedule. Never. Never. This is the only one. So if I had listened to that advice that I got early on, I probably would have never tried doing this for a living. I never would have even tried to make $1 doing it. And my life would probably be very different right now. Being that I am happily married and I love my family life, I'm happy that I did what I did. All right? So there you go. Why do you dislike watching superhero origin stories? I don't. I just hate it when they redo the same origin story a million times. Like, if I had just seen Batman's origin story once or twice, I would be fine. I've seen Batman's origin story about 77 times, you know, since I was a kid. And they're all the same story. It never changes. It's just a different actor, a different people playing the roles. It's all the same. So I don't need to see Batman for the millionth time. Do you brush your teeth, then eat breakfast, or vice versa? When I wake up in the morning, okay, I do not immediately brush my teeth. Okay, I eat breakfast, then I brush my teeth between breakfast and my first stream. After I eat dinner, and I'll brush my teeth again before my second stream. Then at night, I usually have a snack, and I brush my teeth when I come upstairs to go to sleep. And then if I happen to have a late night, where maybe I'm up later or whatever, I might brush my teeth one more time, and I also use mouthwash every night before I go to sleep. It's an enamel repairing mouthwash to keep the enamel on your teeth strong. So there you go. Let's see. They say in 3 to 5, most straight heterosexual men will wear makeup. Will you wear makeup if it becomes normalized for men? No, I don't care. I'm not looking to be some kind of a big actor. I'm not. Let me put it this way: if I was in a job or a profession where it was necessary, if I were an actor, if I were a model, if I were a celebrity, if I were someone like that, and it was necessary to be presentable and people looked up to me as someone whose looks were important, then yes, I would consider it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. At the same time, I'm not in that role. I don't care. I'm an internet gaming content creator. I don't need to look good on camera for you guys or nothing. You know? I don't think it's that big of a deal. So no, I would not do that. Waves of contempt for existence itself keep coming. There's a part of me that enjoys riding the waves, but can I harness them for good? And have you had similar feelings? Waves of contempt for existence? When I was younger, and I was upset at the world, full of angst, when I was young, right? And when I was upset that life wasn't fair, and that other people got opportunities I didn't get, and I worked my ass off, and I felt like I wouldn't be rewarded, but others around me would, yeah, I would get pretty upset at the world. I would get pretty upset at existence itself. I'd be upset that, you know, I wasn't getting ahead and everyone else was, you know. And I say, you know, in my 20s or whatever. I told you guys when I was younger, I was depressed, that I hated myself, I hated my life, I hated everything about it. I didn't enjoy anything. I didn't feel like anything I had done had meaning, or that anything that I didn't think I was destined to go anywhere or mean anything or do anything with my life. I know it's a depressing thought, because it was. That's why I was depressed, you know. Can you harness those feelings for good? Yeah, you can. You could take those feelings, right, of contempt for existence and say, well, I'm gonna make something better. I'm gonna fight against all the powers that be around me, that oppress me or make me feel like I can't get ahead or I can't succeed, and I'm gonna use those to motivate me. And I did that for a very long time, where whenever someone said I wasn't good enough to do something or to succeed at something, I would use that as the motivation to then redouble my efforts and become good enough and succeed at whatever it was that they said I couldn't do, right? But it's tough. It's tough because in life has a way of beating you down. And when you get on that pattern of failure and disappointment and misery after misery over and over, a lot of times you may think that it will never turn around. And if you truly believe that, if you truly believe that there is no light at the end of the tunnel, and that there will be no turnaround for you, that what you have in your life right now is it, that's the best it's ever going to get, and if you're not happy with that, that could be pretty crushing, I feel. I think sadly a lot of people on this earth do kind of feel that way, right? They feel like there's just nothing better coming. And if that's the case, yeah, you could end up having contempt for everything around you and be jealous of everything around you. And that's a bad way to go through life, in my opinion. It's tricky. You gotta, for me, I feel like the reason that things turned around is because I didn't give up. Like, there were times in my life when things were very bad, but I never really threw in the towel. I just kept pushing forward. And every new adversity, you know, I kind of wanted to prove the world wrong. I wanted to redouble my efforts. I wanted to show that at the end of the day, I could still be someone who could have success, even though maybe I failed at this, or the world struck me down here, you know. And now I get to do what I love for a living every day. I have a beautiful family, right? So I'm happy. It took a long time to get there, you know. I would argue I wasn't truly happy until maybe like 2018, 2019, when Kat and she moved in and we got married, and now we have a happy life together. And I was 4 or 5 years ago. So, you know, I was in my mid to late 30s by the time that I found any true feeling of happiness in my life, you know. And now I'm so grateful and happy and feeling of gratefulness that I have it. But I think a lot of people early on in life, they feel like they're going to get that, and they don't. And when they don't get it, that's it. Like, that's it. Now I'm just doom and gloom for the rest of my life. And then they get depressed. They get into drugs. They get into drinking. They get into these awful things. And, you know, sad, because eventually things might turn around for you. And what did you miss out on because you just became so obsessed with that doom and gloom feeling in your life? You know what I mean? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the questions. Let's continue on with your video submissions for the week. Another short film. Yep. It's another short film. The Viper. Now, I know a story called The Viper. I wonder if that's what this is going to be. Let's find out. Yeah, I think it will be, actually, because I've heard this story. I'll tell you where I originally heard this story. You're going to laugh your ass off if it's the story I think it is.
Hello? Hey, I'm so sorry I missed your uncle's funeral last week. I've been so busy at work.
It's alright, I got quite a bit going on too.
Oh, that's right, I heard that you moved. Where'd you move to?
Turns out I inherited my uncle's house right outside of town, and I've slowly been moving in there.
Oh, shit, I ain't going in there. Everybody says that place is haunted.
No.
Yeah, but I grew up here, and I've never heard or seen anything.
Okay, I'm just glad that you're doing okay. You know, maybe one night we can...
I'll call you back in a minute.
Hello? Hello?
No. Ooh. This certainly seems like a very elaborate version of the story. No caller ID.
Hello?
I am the Viper. I will be there in 30 minutes.
What? Hello?
It is. It's the classic story. This story's been told and retold a million times with variations. I know exactly what's going to happen. I know this story. Wait till you hear where I first saw this story. You'll never believe it.
Who gives the hardest high fives in the history?
What a great aspect ratio.
Man.
Can you fix your TV, stupid?
Another compliment. That's how people. All right, that's how you. This is no BS. Will?
Wait, do you want me to give like a regular high five or give
No,
you
I
a high five?
want you to give me a regular.
Well, you released it a regular high five.
There we go.
Hello?
I am the Viper. I will be there in 10 minutes.
Who is this?
This is no BS. Will?
It's the Viper. He's going to be there in 10 minutes. Did you not hear, stupid? It's coming. I thought the Viper might be behind you when you raise your face after washing it. What's that noise? The Viper's coming. Oh my god, that's a friggin' Twilight Zone soundtrack you just played, by the way.
Hello?
I am the Viper. I will be there in 5.
Why would you dial 911? What a puss.
911, what's your emergency?
There's some man called the Viper that keeps calling me.
What's your location?
100 Jackson Boulevard.
Oh, he doxed
Okay,
himself.
looks like I've got an officer in your area. I'm sending him your way.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And that would never happen, of course. Why would they send a cop there?
What the hell do you want?
I am the Viper and I'll be there in 1 minute.
I've called the...
The Viper's coming! 1 minute! The Viper! What's funny is you can blatantly see in some scenes that it's light outside, right?
Is that the police?
Oh, shit!
I am the Viper. I have come to vipe and bash your windows. Faster, I thought.
You good?
Yes. That's a shitty variation, though. The one I saw, can you believe it? Well, listen to this. The original version that I saw of that was from G.I. Joe. Yes, the actual cartoon of G.I. Joe in the 1980s did a variation of that. And when the guy showed up, they thought he was like a member of Cobra that was going to show up and like attack them. But it was just a guy with a heavy European accent. He goes, I'm the Viper. I'm here to wipe and wash your windows. Yeah, let's go wipe the window now. It is the stupidest story ever. But every time, see, they changed it. So now it's like a cell phone is calling and there's no caller ID. And it's distorted so you can't hear his voice. That's the dumbest thing. Alright. Let's see here. Majora's Mask. Do we really want to watch a Majora's Mask story?
I can still feel its power.
Zelda Horror, the Majora's Mask story.
When I found it, I could sense the doom of a dark omen brewing.
What the hell? Is his name Skull Kid? Right? When he found the Majora's Mask and he put it on?
And now, that imp has it.
Look, so much the Majora's Mask movie trailer is what this is. That's what this is. Look, there he is. Skull Kid. What is this? The animation is great. Really good CGI animation. Well, this is probably the new Zelda 3D movie they're going to make after the Mario movie, so get ready. I thought after the Skull Kid put on the Majora's Mask, didn't he get, like, distorted or something and fucked up? I thought he did. He's the mask vendor. What happened? Just by looking at the mask? What happened? His spine was snapped. Oh, really? Darcy X is the person who made this big Cana Bridge of Spirits. Ah. Oops. We're supposed to put that on. Oh no! Zelda horror.
I should have heeded the ancient's warning. Nothing can withstand its power.
There you go. And then it says Kena Bridge of Spirits gameplay trailer right there. Huh. Ember Lab. Alright, Derek. See you later. See you tonight. Let's see. We still have time for one or two more things before we split the part, I guess. Let's see what this is. Look around. Oh. It's another one of... Wait. It didn't work. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, it's left thumbstick, not right. It's one of these 3D animations where you can look completely around. We saw one of these a couple weeks ago for horror. But this is neat, right? She shows you... Oh, look at that. Ha, look at this. I wonder how many of these are on YouTube where you can look all around you and see different things going on, right? It's pretty nice, pretty neat. It's VR without true VR glasses, right? Oh, VR. Oh, wow. Look at that. Hey, that's exactly what this reminds me of, VR. It's a VR viewing experience. They're playing right there. We got a scene going on over here. You can watch this multiple times and see different things from different directions. Now look at this. Wow. Look, there's scenes going on in the background and stuff. There's a love story in front of us. There's musicians in the background. Look, they're dancing, playing a violin. Playing a music box. We have a villain. Pretty neat. It's definitely cool and unique to see a 3D experience around you, spinning around. You can see different. Look how the scenery changed. Look, there's fire. Look, there's skeletons up there. Now all the characters change like hell. Whoa. I guess he beat him. I wasn't paying attention. He defeated the villain. Now they're blasting off in a rocket ship. Look, everything just cleared out. Look, there they go to the background. Whoa, that's neat. That's pretty darn neat. I like that. That's it. That's it. Oh, now we have footage of Jason Voorhees in 3D. Oh, okay. Now, actually, we're going to split the part here. All right. I was like, oh, is this the same video? It continues. Jason Voorhees 3D spinning around you. All right. Guys, we got one more part. of DSP versus the internet for this week. You've been a great audience. Thanks to those chilling with me here. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry that, you know, the Halloween horror stuff extended an extra week. Next week we'll get back on track, but one more part to go. Thanks, and I'll see you in the last part. Awesome.